Hey grade 9s, I'm Miss Todd and today's lesson will be about the Earth as a system. We are going to look at what the different spheres are that make up the Earth and how the different spheres interact in order to have life on Earth. Our Earth is a complex system where all the parts that make up Earth interact. The interaction amongst all these parts, which are known as spheres, is vital for survival on Earth, meaning all the spheres that we are going to have a look at interact with one another in order for there to be life on Earth. Earth is made up of 4 spheres. The first sphere is our biosphere. The biosphere consists of all living organisms on Earth, which includes plants, animals, microorganisms, and us as humans. The word bio, to do some revision, stands for life. So biosphere is the life sphere. We then have our hydrosphere. Hydrosphere, or the hydrosphere, consists of all the water found on Earth. This includes rivers, oceans, lakes, dams, and our natural water sources. We then have our lithosphere, and the lithosphere consists of rocks, soil and landforms like mountains, all found on Earth. It also includes the first layers of the solid part of Earth, which we get to in the next section. Our final sphere is the atmosphere, and this consists of all the gases and air that's found around Earth. Something important to remember that on Earth, land, water, air, and life all interact with one another. Let's have a look at the interactions of the spheres on Earth. Firstly, there is a fine balance between these 4 systems. So if one of these spheres are altered or changed or affected, it will influence all the other spheres. And we as humans are also part of this interaction. So all spheres depend on one another for Earth to be functional and viable for life. Viable for life meaning that Earth is able to support life on Earth. Let's have a look at a few examples of the interaction between spheres. Firstly, us as humans need water from our hydrosphere to survive and the air from our atmosphere to breathe. Without water and air, we'll be unable to live on Earth. Next is oxygen. Oxygen is essential to living organisms for cellular respiration. To do some revision there, oxygen is required to break down glucose found within our bodies in order to provide us with energy. Our lithosphere provides us with soil-rich nutrients that are extremely necessary for healthy plant growth, as well as agriculture. Our lithosphere will also provide us with the necessary raw materials that we need for infrastructure development, and we are able to mine minerals from our lithosphere, which we get to later on. Lastly, our water cycle and the rain from our hydrosphere then falls from the clouds which are found in our atmosphere down to our lithosphere. This then forms part of streams and rivers as well as dams that can provide drinking water for wildlife and humans in our biosphere. The rain that comes from the hydrosphere in the atmosphere will then also provide the necessary water for plant growth. This plant growth will eventually help us as humans and in the biosphere to provide us with the necessary nutrients that we need. Therefore, all 4 of Earth's spheres form an interconnected network that all depend on one another. This means that we need to take care of all 4 of our spheres. If one of the spheres becomes damaged or altered, it will in turn affect all the other spheres. This is why it's important for us to conserve water and to make use of our minerals and resources in a caring way to ensure that our Earth can sustain life for the future generations to come, as well as for us who are currently living on Earth. Thank you for coming to my lesson, grade 9s. We'll see you next time for the lithosphere.